ginseng plant. Berries aren't red yet, but they're looking good. Hey everyone, sorry about the bad light behind me. This is where I have my drawing board set up. Facial structure. You see in my other videos I do facial features, just the basic stuff. I do it in this order because the facial features, the 5-cut method is the first step. And now we're getting on to the shape of the head. Generally, the shape of a head, if you draw a center line and you can make your eye line, right? And you see I'm not practicing really refined drawing skills here, and I'm doing it on purpose. I'm going fast because people who say they can't draw, you can do this. So we're gonna go with an egg shape for a head, right? There's your neck. So easy enough, we start out with the egg shape. So let's do a little bit more refined egg shape. Taper down and in, and taper down and in. Okay, so here we have, anybody can draw an egg. It takes practice, smaller and bigger. It tapers up. It's basically a triangle, right? Anybody can draw a triangle, and you can just round off the top and bottom of that triangle, get rid of the corners, and there is your egg shape. If you're having trouble, this will help you guys. And we have the shape of the head established. This is where, and then you get into your 5-cut process. Remember, the 5-cut process was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can go 4, 5 for a like more tiki look, angrier look. Maybe a highbrow look, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a funny, laughing, wise face, right? All different things you can do. You can see how I went from here, or I went from here to here, right? We're doing the difference between male and female. Say we want a really cute female face. First thing we can do is, with females, you're going to have, well, with any head, you're going to have your eye line, you're going to have your nose line, right? So with a female, it's really easy if you just do a heart, right? And you can even taper in more here on the sides. Female face, kind of raised up brows, right? Cute little nose, little triangle, right? And usually the eyes for the female, like that. And she isn't real super pretty, but you have your heart shape, and you can play on the heart shape even more. You can round out. Now the lips of a female are much more pronounced than a male. We went over the lips, just general lips design, which was the W, or the M. We did that in a video. I don't know if you remember that. That is in one of my videos. So typically, I mean, you can even do that for a female and then make your bottom lip, and you can make her however. You can make her big bottom lip, or you can make her big upper lip. It doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really affect the cuteness. So we're just gonna do a pretty girl face here. And she's kind of smiling. Okay, so I know it's not perfect. You can give her a little chin. The cuter chins, art-wise and carving-wise, are smaller. If you gave her a big chin, now she's looking more masculine. If you opened up her jawline, made her jaw a little bit wider on the bottom, now she's a little bit more masculine or a bit more muscular. So all these things come into play. Good example of that whole difference and between male and female. She's almost guy-like, she's almost boyish, but she's got a female because very round and a little bit tapered in, and kind of a rounder forehead, rounder, more curvy eyebrows, little nose, little lips, dainty, whatever, small chin, and if I start out with a heart shape, right, there's a heart shape, and now if I draw in, I don't want my egg to be too low, but if I kind of draw in my egg, so in general, and then I could taper it in and give her a, you know, a little chin, and she's kind of super puffy cheeked. So, you know, that's your determination there. There's that and that and that. There's your eyes. And you can scribble. She's a little unhappy. Good way to get the female shape of the head more feminine, get those cheeks a little bit more pronounced, and even as you draw in these lines, this kind of establishes your eye line, the bottom part of your eye line. You know, women have a little bit softer look to them, so it's great to incorporate the heart shape. That's the basics, and now we're going to take it out to a piece of wood and try it out and see how it goes with the saw. We're going to cut our egg shape and our heart shape, and we're going to work on bringing the details like the nose and all that. I'll show you different options. So it's not a perfect egg shape, but it's something we can work with. Now, what I'm gonna do is work inside of this. I'm actually gonna make the heart shape inside of this and then whittle this down. So we're gonna go right back from the drawing board. We're gonna go about a third of the way down, or just less than halfway down. That's our brow line. And then we're gonna draw in the nose real quick, the 5-cut step. You see it here? I see where I adjusted that brow a little bit, brought it up. You have your full heart shape. You can draw it right in there because this part of the nose is going to curve in. We're just going to work on the front of the face for now, and then we're going to do profile as we go. That's kind of thrown in the mix. Usually the eye line and the nose sweep out, and then the face goes kind of the opposite way. Pretty simple, but I'll show you as I go. All right, so you see I just cut the eyes out. Just shallow. As we work it, we're gonna keep going back because the actual brow isn't like a real overhang. It's a lot smoother, especially with women's faces, younger women. The less depth you have in a female face, the smoother the transitions, the younger she looks indefinitely. This is we're already on that trend of starting to get the eyes and have the mouth and the nose stick out a little bit more. Switch saws up. So there you're seeing things start to pop out. Now we just want to work in the depth. Notice I'm leaving the heart shape there as I work, so I still get that effect of the cheeks. Now we're gonna get into touching around the cheeks and the eyes and bringing shapes in more. We got the basic features mapped out, and as you saw as I was working here, it seemed like her jaw got wider and now she's getting more of like a tough guy look. That's because the chin is pushing out more. This is where we start to get into profile. Actually, you want the chin to kind of go back. We want that nice sweep shape. So this is probably where I'm gonna actually just cut in. And it's a matter of how fast you want to work things. I like to see it happen really quick. But as you're learning this, that may not be the case. So you take your time and you whittle in off the front like I did. All right, so this is where I will say, if you're getting lost, if you're worried because now you lost that heart shape, right? Now you might be getting behind. Now you're losing the shape of the nose. So these are things we do one side at a time, right? So we keep this, we leave this so we have it to look at. Try to get that one side semi-established in a nice, you know, where it looks good and feminine and cute. The heart's very long here. We're gonna shorten that down a bit. Her chin's very big. So now we're gonna start squeezing the heart in. And you can sketch back in your lines very gently because you can always go deeper. Don't go too deep all at once. That's the, I guess that's the take-home message here. Is, you know, just keep working it back and forth. Don't get in too big of a hurry. If you start to lose your lines and you're worried now because see how even when I cut, I tried to keep somewhat of that so I can drop back in. All right, so, and you see distortion's gonna happen. Shapes are gonna change. It's just a matter of working back and forth. And to establish whereabouts our mouth is, now we're just gonna draw kind of right off of the inside of the nose where the nose connects to the cheek. It's like a little bit of an indent there. Okay, so that's all for this video on the face carving of the female figure, or face carvings using a heart shape. We'll continue in another part of this video where I'll show in further in-depth detail and do comparisons between using a heart shape and not using a heart shape in the face.
1 and 2